fairly or unfairly, a few years ago, you developed this reputation for being difficult. And just recently, there was a Facebook Q&A. Someone asked you...
Bad interviews can happen to anyone, irrespective of whether you're famous or not. However, there have been multiple instances when celebrities have managed to put their own foot in their mouth with some of their personal comments and opinions at interviews, and their careers had to bear the brunt of what could have just been an off day at work. Today, we're taking a look at 10 awful interviews that ruined celebrities' careers. Number 10, Tom Cruise. Everyone's favorite Tom Cruise was never the same in fans' eyes ever since he declared that he had joined the Church of Scientology. The actor got into a lot of trouble for the 2005 Today Show interview with Matt Lauer, where the Scientology poster boy lashed out about his criticism of Brooke Shields' use of antidepressants and called Lauer glib, adding, "You don't know the history of psychiatry. I do." The actor continued, "You just communicate about it. If I want to know something, I go and find out, because I don't talk about things that I don't understand." The interview damaged his reputation so much that Cruise was able to do just one movie a year until he re-entered the public's good graces with Tropic Thunder in 2008. This was not that big of a deal compared to the other howlers we have on our list, because social media hadn't evolved then as much as it has today. Number 9, Katherine Heigl. Katherine Heigl became very popular through her character Dr. Izzy Stevens in the hugely successful drama Grey's Anatomy. But things were not easy for Heigl during her time in Grey's Anatomy. She was famously labeled difficult to work with. After 6 seasons of Grey's Anatomy, the American actress asked to end her contract. Heigl made it clear that she was not happy with the writers when she publicly withdrew her name from Emmy Award consideration because she didn't think her character had provided enough award-worthy drama. Heigl starred in the 2007 Seth Rogen and Judd Apatow hit romantic comedy Knocked Up. Her star power and talent were undeniable. The actress was well on her way to becoming Hollywood's new favorite big-screen leading lady. However, that role turned into another case of an actress biting the hand that feeds her. In an interview with Vanity Fair, Heigl criticized Knocked Up. The backlash was immediate. Rogen and Apatow may make fun, lighthearted comedies, but they are still two of the biggest power players in Hollywood. Rogen was especially hurt by Heigl's comments. Heigl's career never got back to its mid-2000s success. She tried starring in a couple of her own television series. However, both of her efforts, State of Affairs and Doubt, failed to last more than a single season. Number 8, R. Kelly. R. Kelly's interview with journalist Touré in 2008 caused a lot of uproars, leading to an eventual downfall in the singer's musical career. Kelly was already facing the heat at the time due to allegations of his penchant for underage girls, and when Touré asked him if he liked teenage girls, his response was the least appropriate. Touré later revealed that the interview was so bad that it aired on BET just once before Kelly's team demanded that it never be shown again. Number 7, John Mayer. Perhaps one of the brashest and insensitive interviews from a celebrity ever, John Mayer's interview with Playboy in 2010 brought his musical career to a land of no return, and he hasn't recovered from the blow, even with his single charting. In the interview, Mayer went all out discussing his preference for white women, claiming ex-girlfriend Jennifer Aniston was hoping it goes back to 1998. But the worst remarks were the ones he made on his ex Jessica Simpson. Of the interview, the writer Rob Tannenbaum said, "When I met him in the kitchen of his LA home, he was talking about not talking anymore. I think the world would be better off if I stopped doing interviews," he said. Number 6, Paula Abdul. In January 2007, Paula Abdul wobbled, swayed, slurred, and spoke gibberish through an interview that went viral almost instantly. The interview stuck on, and Abdul failed to negotiate a new American Idol contract 2 years after the incident. Her reputation suffered a huge drawback until she nabbed a judging role on So You Think You Can Dance in 2013. Number 5, the Chainsmokers. The Chainsmokers, who appear to have taken over the world by storm with their extremely popular music, found themselves in the soup after their September 2016 Billboard cover story. Andrew Taggart told the magazine, "We rage every night. My mom's going to hate reading that, but she already knows." His DJ partner, Alex Paul, quipped, but you'll never see us getting carried out of a club. We're way too good at drinking. Some of the comments about women were so crass, and their plans of posing as edgy musicians people seem to love fell flat. They received a lot of negative press for days on end. Number 4. Miles Teller. Miles Teller quickly gained mass popularity in Hollywood with Whiplash in 2014. Teller followed up Whiplash with the YA teen franchise Divergent. Teller showed he could shine by playing both the strong independent film lead and a key cog in a blockbuster ensemble cast. However, a series of less than stellar performances in the interview department set back the young man on his path to superstardom. Even before Whiplash made him an Oscar contender, he put down his fellow actors during a 2014 interview with the New York Times. I feel like a lot of actors of my generation are not proper actors. I want to break out of that whole group of actors in their early 20s and really start to put stuff down that lets you know I take this seriously, said Teller. During that same interview, Teller made a harsh remark about beloved 1980s leading man, John Cusack. An interview with Anna Peel for the August 2015 edition of Esquire shifted the actor's reputation even more. Teller came off as arrogant and cocky during the interview by making inappropriate jokes and giving their waitress a hard time. Teller's career didn't completely tank after these personality-revealing interviews. However, he did have a run of box office bombs, including Fantastic Four, War Dogs, and Bleed for This. Number 3. Minnie Driver. Minnie Driver burst onto the Hollywood scene in 1997's Good Will Hunting. The English actress received an Academy Award nomination for her performance and seemed well on her way to becoming a Hollywood starlet. Driver co-starred in several films across the pond over the next few years. Her career was going smooth until a 2002 interview with a LA paper that criticized Great Britain's national treasure, Dame Judi Dench. The actress may not have meant to be cruel regarding Dench's looks, but she certainly came off as callous. The Brits love Dame Dench almost as much as they like their tea. British press went after Driver, calling her venomous. Driver later spoke about just how much her comments affected her entire life. Number 2. Shia LaBeouf. In 2007, Shia LaBeouf starred in Michael Bay's first Transformers movie, which went on to be a box office giant and spawned 4 additional films. In 2008, the actor joined yet another monster franchise when he starred as Indiana Jones' son in Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. He was everywhere, but he had a lot of growing up to do under the Hollywood spotlight. But this is Hollywood. Stars are forgiven all the time for drinking too much or behaving badly. However, dissing a Hollywood legend like Steven Spielberg, especially when he's your boss, is never going to end well. The young actor took a giant swing at Spielberg and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull during a 2008 interview with the Los Angeles Times, saying, "I think the audience is pretty intelligent. I think they know when you've made crap. And I think if you don't acknowledge it, then why do they trust you the next time you're promoting a movie?" "I'll probably get a call," LaBeouf added. "But Spielberg needs to hear this. I love him. I love Steven. I have a relationship with Steven. And that supersedes our business work. And believe me, I talk to him often enough to know that I'm not out of line, and I would never disrespect the man. I think he's a genius, and he's given me my whole life. He's done so much great work that there's no need for him to feel vulnerable about one film. But when you drop the ball, you drop the ball." It should come as no surprise that his character, Mutt Williams, was cut from the 6th Indiana Jones movie. Number 1. Megan Fox. Megan Fox almost ruined her career when the actress badmouthed Michael Bay in a 2009 interview for Wonderland. Speaking about her Transformers director, Michael Bay, she said, "Bay is like Napoleon, and he wants to create this insane, infamous madman reputation. He wants to be like Hitler on his sets, and he is." She also called him a nightmare to work for and added he has no social skills at all, saying he's vulnerable and fragile in real life, and then on set, he's a tyrant. As a result of her thoughtless remarks, the actress was fired from Transformers: Dark Side of the Moon and had to resort to small roles in petty movies till she publicly apologized for her remarks, leading to her role in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise. Thanks for making it this far in the video. And hey, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more awesome videos.